It's easy to believe the system will always provide, that the food will always be stocked on grocery shelves, that jobs will always be available, that money will always hold value. But if history has taught us anything, it's that stability is an illusion, one that can vanish in an instant. Think about it. Just in the last few years, we've seen major economic collapses, rising inflation, shortages of basic goods, and automation replacing jobs at a pace no one predicted. And now, as capitalism reaches its peak and nationalism surges, the rules of the game are changing. The question isn't if change is coming. It's already here. The real question is, are you prepared for what happens next? We live in a world that rewards convenience. You can tap your phone and food arrives at your doorstep. You can work a corporate job and assume your paycheck will be deposited on time. But what happens when the systems you rely on start to fail? Think back to the supply chain crisis, when something as simple as baby formula became impossible to find. Or when gas prices skyrocketed overnight, forcing people to rethink their budgets. The truth is, most of us have been lulled into a dangerous dependence on systems that were never built to last. We've traded self-reliance for convenience. But when the convenience is gone, what will you do? The first pillar of true self-sufficiency is financial independence. Because let's be real, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're not free. Your life is dictated by rent payments, credit card bills, and a job that may not exist next year. So how do you break free? 1. Cut unnecessary expenses. Most people have no idea how much money they waste on things they don't need. 1. Audit your spending. 1. Where can you downsize? 2. Build multiple income streams. The biggest mistake people make is relying on one paycheck. 2. Start a side business, invest in assets, or learn a skill that can generate money outside of a job. 3. Save and invest smartly. Inflation is eroding your savings every year. 3. Learn to invest in assets that hold value, real estate, commodities, and businesses that can thrive in any economy. 4. Eliminate debt. The more you owe, the less control you have over your future. 4. Make debt elimination a priority. Because financial self-sufficiency isn't about being rich, it's about having choices. The ability to walk away from a bad job. The security of knowing you can survive an economic downturn. The peace of mind that no one controls your future but you. Money alone won't save you if the system collapses. If supply chains break down. If access to necessities becomes scarce. That's why learning self-sufficiency skills is critical. Here are the fundamentals. 1. Food production. Learn to grow your own food. 1. Even if you don't have land, container gardening and vertical farming can provide real security. 2. Water storage and purification. Access to clean water is the most overlooked survival need. 2. Store it, filter it, know how to find it. 3. Basic repairs and maintenance. From fixing a leaking pipe to maintaining your own car, the ability to repair things can save you money and your future. 4. First aid and health knowledge. Know how to handle minor medical issues without depending on the hospital for every small problem. If you had to survive without a grocery store, a doctor's office, or a 9-to-5 paycheck, could you? We're entering a new era. Nationalism is reshaping economies. Outsourcing is reversing. Governments are tightening control over resources and information. Job security is becoming a thing of the past. What does this mean for you? It means you must learn to adapt. The way people made money 50 years ago isn't the same as today, and it won't be the same 10 years from now. So, what's the strategy? 1. Learn high-demand skills. The future belongs to those who have adaptable, in-demand skills. 1. AI, automation, and energy industries are changing the workforce. 1. Get ahead of it. 2. Understand your local economy. How dependent are you on global supply chains? 2. Start paying attention to where your goods and food come from. 3. Be prepared for policy shifts. Nationalistic economies mean new policies on trade, taxes, and even digital currency. 3. Stay informed, stay flexible. The people who thrive in times of uncertainty are the ones who prepare before the crisis, not after. Self-sufficiency doesn't mean isolation. In fact, the strongest survival strategy is community. Look at any civilization in history, no one survives alone. The key is to build local networks of skilled, like-minded individuals who can trade, share knowledge, and support each other when times get tough. Find people who 1. Know how to grow food, repair machinery, or provide medical care. 2. Share your vision of self-sufficiency and preparedness. 3. Are willing to barter or exchange skills. Because when systems fail, your greatest resource isn't money, it's people. Let's test your self-sufficiency mindset. Answer these 3 questions. 1. If you lost your job today, how long could you sustain yourself financially? 2. Do you have a plan to get food, water, and basic necessities if supply chains broke down for 30 days? 3. Do you have a skill that can make you money or provide value outside of a traditional job? If you struggled with any of these, it's time to start preparing. Drop a comment below. What's the first step you're taking towards self-sufficiency? Let's start the conversation. And if you found this valuable, subscribe to Succeed Today for more insights on financial independence, survival skills, and personal resilience. Because the future isn't something you wait for, it's something you build.